Hey, my beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel, Supreme Medium Diviner. Boy, y'all did not disappoint. Y'all put them questions in the comment section for real on my last video explaining what does it look like for us, U.S., when we go into World War III. And so I wanted to come up on here and give you an answer to one question in particular that gave me my insight on the money. Somebody asked, will we still get direct deposits or paper checks? And I want to explain this to you. It's very important. But before we get started, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Hit that bell so you can be notified when I drop a video. Please like, share, comment this video if you feel compelled. Beware the scammers. I don't have WhatsApp. You do have to go to my website to book. Clickable link in my bio. I will put my website and email in the description of this video. So let's go ahead and get into it. So this was the thing that I saw when I channeled this. People did not know when they were going to get paid. Yes, your paycheck is going to be affected. What's going to happen? So you know how you get a paycheck every Friday or every other Friday. You're not going to know your payday. You're not going to know your payday until it's your payday, and everybody is not going to get paid on the same day. That's where the problem is going to come into play. It's serious right now. Very serious. This is why I'm telling you guys, the money that you have, while you can, stack the money and also put at least half or 30% into a safe in your home so you can have cash on you. Okay. It's going to be a toss up when you get paid. And again, this is because the banks are only going to be for the elite at some point. Okay. And it's going to be very hard for you to get access to your money. Okay. Now you're still going to be able to get paid because big corporations are going to still be in business. But remember, not every corporation is under the elite. So they're going to have some struggles as well. Okay. So you got to think about this. All right. It's just going to how it's going to have to be. This was the thing that showed me and let me know I saw this play out. That let me know that there was going to be an issue with the money, and also with me seeing Donald Trump like dealing with the bank. So yes, direct deposits are going to be affected. You will be getting a paper check. They will be going back to handing out paper checks, and your payday is not going to be on the same day. Everybody is not going to get paid on the same day, and you're not going to know it until you get paid. Okay. That's the way the cookie's going to crumble. So please, again, just be very prepared. Very prepared. Some people were putting in the comments, oh, fear mongering. I seen a couple of that. This is not fear mongering. If you listen to the whole video, I said if you have done the things that I had told you to do, you do not need to be afraid. I'm not afraid. And there's a lot of other people who are not afraid. Okay. We're not in their business. Okay. It's called being prepared. It's called ancestor veneration, ancestor worship. It's calling knowing my destiny. It's calling doing my calling. It's calling coming out of my human self and into my spiritual body. It's calling letting go of religion. It's calling I did not vote for politics. It's calling you can't hold on to me. It's calling I'm not a part of the matrix. I'm just giving you the information. Fear mongering who? Come again. Come again. Anybody that's saying that, they're afraid. And you should be. You should be. If you ain't did the work, if you ain't came out the matrix, be afraid. Be afraid. I'm telling you to. Be afraid. So, you don't have to say I'm fear mongering. For the ones that did not come out the matrix, please be afraid. Any more questions? That's how we going. That's how we going. Okay. What else did I see? People want to know about Europe. Um, so I did not tap into Europe, but I'm going to say Europe is going to be one of the ones that's going to be okay. It's the elites. So the reason why I'm saying this is because on Friday the 13th, there was a ritual that was being done. You'll have to go back to my TikTok. to refer to what I was saying, because I'm not gonna go through the whole thing. But basically, the Freemasons, which on the European Freemasons, along with the Vatican and their crusade, which is the Knights Templar, they most recently did a ritual on Friday the 13th, and so they're protected. They're okay. They're not going to be touched. So Europe is going to be fine. The ones that I see that's going to be affected is us. And we're going to be affected because we have to give so much money to Israel, and it's affecting our pockets. And Donald Trump is being made to do it. You know, he's shaking in his boots, like I told you. It's his hands are tied at this point. You know what I'm saying? Nothing can be done about it. It kind of reminds me of Bush, and what was the guy that Obama claimed to have gotten that did 9/11? You know, they knew about this. That's what it's giving. Okay. Um, let's see. What was some more questions that y'all had while I got y'all on here? I wasn't planning to go live, but that's why I'm not unprepared. I'm just kind of like rambling. Are they recovering money from the federal government to pay for a war? Just found out we are not getting pay raises in 2026 as a federal employee. So, the of course the bank is funding it. So let's see. I'm intuitively doing this as I'm looking at your question. So let's see where the bank is getting this from. Um, so this is coming from, remember when, I don't know if I did a video on this. So this is coming from Venezuela. So the trafficking that's going on in Venezuela, and the immigrants and things like that, they are doing jobs without me going too deep. And so the trafficking, this is funding this. I saw this back in the summer. No, hold on, not the summertime. Yeah, matter of fact, it was the summertime. It was like around a year, because it was getting like towards the end of the summer, close to the election. I saw that I actually did a channeling. So Venezuela, the Colombians, they play a major role in a lot of funding. Okay, this is why we have trafficking. This is why we have the cartels. They're coming in and they're doing the work. This is why we have the fentanyl problem. So this is where the money is coming from, okay? Let's see. Is there anything we can do to get us off that timeline of the banks and money outcome? Yes. So get the cash. So what I saw is that you need to be keeping cash on you. So that's why I was saying, like, get the safes and put some of the cash, some of your cash in the safe, and you'll be prepared. Who will win the war? Is it safe to travel in the next 6 months? Okay, so remember I told you that they're venerating George Patton Jr., so Israel is going to win. And is it safe to travel in the next 6 months? What does my intuition tell me? No, it's not safe to travel in the next 6 months. So, it's not a coincidence that you have to have, I forgot what they had called it. You got to have a gold star on your license to travel in to go in any federal buildings or in the airport to travel. If you do not have that, you cannot go in the federal buildings and you cannot travel. This is a better way to keep track to these logs that they have. So remember when I told you that there's a bidding when all the plane crashes were happening, there's a bidding, and there's a bidding on some liquid from our bodies called a core. And so this bidding is going to happen again. Remember what I told you what war is. It's a ritual to get to stir up negative energy, so the elites, the higher up, so that government can continue to operate. Okay, so also they're going to be stocking up on the I core. There's going to be more plane crashes. It is not safe to travel. I told you guys earlier in the year, around the beginning of the year, around New Year, stay home. Stay home, okay? Somebody says, yep, it can be trapping spirits and paintings. They showed us this in that movie Ghostbusters 2. You're so right. If you have not seen Ghostbusters 2, go watch it. That man was ugly, honey, that they had in that painting. But yes, this has been something that's been going on for a very long time in Patton. So let me explain this because I didn't go into detail with this. So when I seen this, right, I seen this wall vault and it was like these keys in the wall and you had to stick a key in. To me, it looked like an old time like skeleton key, but you had to push it in and it had to click. And I had to do that 4 times before I could get behind that wall. And when I got behind the wall, that's when I saw the painting. Now, I did not see him, but I saw the painting. When I saw the painting, that's when I kept hearing Patton, 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 Patton. So, me and my little intuitive self, I went and did some research, you know what I'm saying? And I seen that, they got his painting in the Smithsonian. There's several paintings of him, and there is one in the Smithsonian, and that is the one that's being used. They're using this in a ritual to venerate him so they can help Israel win this war. Going back to our ancestral way of holding money and growing our own food. Glad I watched my grandfather grow flowers, vegetables, and plants and seeds as a young child and asking questions. That's right. And this goes back to what I was telling you, like for some years now, I say for about like 5 years now, it's been an urge in me, like just to go back to what our ancestors did. Like it's really been like this urge. I talk to my husband about it all the time. Like we just need to get some land and start growing something. I do not have, mind you, I don't have a green thumb. Everything I cannot grow plants or anything, but it's just been that urge in me just to go back to that. I said that's what we need to go back to, like for real, for real. Are people going to be losing their jobs? I do not see people losing their jobs. I just see that the trajectory of the what we're used to is going to be changed. It's going to be a new normal. I don't see this is not going to be a permanent situation, but it's going to be something that we're going to be going through during this situation. Again, remember, this is not unheard. Remember the Great Depression, guys. Remember the Great Depression, okay? That's what I'm telling you. Just remember that. Remember how it was when 9/11 struck? Like, I remember that. I mean, I had like was one of the people who lost their homes. The bank had to give money back to. Job, that was like when Bush was in office and stuff like that. That was like the hard, like for my generation, just coming out of high school, that was a hard time, a couple years out of high school. Oh, I like this comment right here. Um, Girl, when I was a Christian, I would 1000% be so afraid when hearing things like this. I've been listening to you, venerating the ancestors, etc. And listening to you, now I can promise I have no fear. Actually, right before you made the comment, I called it out myself. That's what I mean. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If you've been doing the things that I've been telling you to do, you should not be afraid. You should be prepared. If you took my ancestral workshop, what I say, the ancestors gonna make sure you have that money. This is actually the time for us to re-up. If you're smart, this is the time for you to re-up. The time for you. Somebody want to know, can we get a business? Get a business. Yes. Get your business. Mm-hmm. Get your business. Somebody says the American Empire is dead. The tribes are coming back. Honey, my husband calls it a curse. It's a curse. Payback. Payback. What James Brown say? Payback. Okay? That's why I say it's only certain people scared. Pull your money out the banks. Do like your ancestors, bury your money or in the mattress. That way the banks been not doing anything with disputes. Also, they've been having trouble. That is why I love putting my money on my ancestor altar. Been telling that to people. Farming will need technology is crashing too. Yes. Matter of fact, my sister-in-law, we were having this conversation around my birthday around March. We were talking and she said that she really she's a tarot reader. She does tarot. And she was saying technology is going to be no more. The way that we're running amok right now with the technology, she was telling me, she said that's not gonna, it's not gonna be. And I feel her. I feel her on that. Within the last like couple of months, I've been feeling like that. So yeah, that person is right. And we need to get back to it. So yeah, so that's what I got for you guys. I wanted to get on here right quick and elaborate on that. Again, I love the comments, the questions, put them in. We're going to be riding this thing together. As things come to me, I'm going to be giving them to you guys. I will be live this Sunday. I don't know the topic yet. It hasn't come to me. It hasn't come to me. So I'm trying to see like what do y'all, what do we need to talk about? What do we need to break down? What do y'all need to hear? You know, maybe give me some suggestions. I've been running the show. Tell me what y'all want. Tell me what y'all need me to talk about, okay? And I'm gonna do it. Your wish is my command. So until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. I will be on here tomorrow. We're gonna be doing some Juneteenth. Got some Juneteenth things to do. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye.